Tracy, welcome back to my channel. So today's gonna be a little bit more laid back. I wanted to kind of just like sit down with you guys and like give you a really big update because I feel like a ton of stuff has been happening since I last filmed, and I've been filming a lot of like review videos and pump stuff. So I wanted to do like an update on like what's been going on with my pumping and the breast milk and the surrogacy. I kind of had a little bit of sugar, so, and I know I'm wearing a sweater and it's May because it's literally freezing today and we were supposed to get snow. So that's New England. Anyways, okay, let's start talking about the milk. So I am still exclusively pumping for the surrogate baby, and I am giving them 250 ounces every other week. And since the intended parents are pretty local to me, I'm just able to drive to them and we do like a milk drop off every other week. So that's been really nice. I did kind of like feel like they sort of didn't want the milk at one point because she kind of was like, you know, we have too much milk, the surrogate baby's not eating all of the milk, and I was kind of like, are you like wasting it? And it was a little bit of like an emotional moment, but we ended up figuring out that we'll just do it every other week, and that seems to work out for her, which is fine. I just like pack up all the milk and then just put it in a cooler and then just drive down and we exchange it. But I'm making averagely like 50 ounces a day, so I actually have like a surplus of milk, and by the time like I give the surrogate parents the milk, I actually am like almost overflowing my at-home deep freezer, which it's not really that big. Like it's not like a big one. I don't remember the cubic feet. I'll like leave it down here, but I like pretty much, even like giving them 250 ounces, I have like 800 ounces left over. So today I just recently applied to the preemie milk bank, and that's specifically for gestational carriers to donate to. And I'm really hoping that I get approved to donate to them because I think that it would be a really great cause. And you know, then my milk like isn't really like, you know, just sitting there waiting, and I'm not just having like this big surplus of milk. But the screening process for this milk bank like is pretty extensive because you are like feeding preemies. So the washing and like bacteria and just like the whole process is like pretty complicated. So I was reading about it today, and I think I'll be able to make it work. I just kind of have to like redo my routine a little bit. Just with the preemie milk, I have to like do a lot more cleaning with like the bottles and bacteria and stuff, where like normally it's fine if you know, keep your pump parts in the fridge for 24 hours. That's completely fine and completely safe for your baby. But for a premature baby, that's not safe enough for them. Like there's a potential of bacteria and that whole bit. So I'm gonna kind of see like how that works. But today I am hopefully going to be signing up through their like medical, or not signing up, I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. Like what is the word I'm thinking of? Like their medical application. There it is. So hopefully like I pass for that, and I'm really excited to start that. I have to get a couple items. Like I have to get this UV sterilizer. It's pretty expensive, and I have to do, everything has to be sterilized. So like just using a microwave with those Medela microwave bags like isn't quite enough for this milk bank, where like normally like that would be fine, but since this is like a premature infant that you're potentially feeding, everything has to be like sterilized. But it is kind of cool because the sterilizer can also sterilize like your cell phone or like your iPad. Like I didn't even know that was possible. So I guess, you know, it has like multiple uses. But The milk and exclusively pumping has actually been going really well. Sometimes it is like kind of hard to find time, and just the other day I actually like skipped 2 of my pumps because I was like so busy. So today I'm actually trying to play a little catch up and making sure that I get like my 8 pumps a day in. And I am still waking up at like 1 a.m. and 5 a.m. to pump. I pump for about like 15 to 20 minutes, really depending. If I'm like wicked engorged, I'll usually pump for like 25 to 30 minutes. And averagely I'm getting like 5 to 6 ounces combined. So yeah, so like averagely I'm getting like 50 ounces a day. So yeah, so I've just been like pumping as much as I can, and you can kind of see like this is sort of like my pumping station, I guess, and it's been working pretty well. I've been trying out some new pumps, and my next pump review should be out soon. I have a couple of more pumps that I want to try, and then they're like literally there's like 4 new ones that just came on the market, so somehow I'm gonna have to like try and get my hands on those, but we'll see, because my husband's like, how many do you have? And I'm like, I don't know, like 7. But I think I'm gonna like sell some of them or like trade them or something on the Facebook trade groups. This like sweater isn't working, but whatever. It's freezing, so. And my wood stove's going. I don't know if you can, no, you can't tell, but, oh no, my wood stove's on that side, whatever. So the milk's going well. Let's see. I'm like 6, well, by the time you guys watch this, I'll be like 7 to 8 weeks postpartum, and I've been feeling really great. I went and saw my midwife for my 6-week postpartum visit, and everything was fine. I feel like the only kind of like emotional thing that I'm like dealing with is just like the milk and like pumping and stuff, but that's like not like a bad thing. Like I just feel like that's kind of what I'm like attached to, is like the milk. And I think for a little bit, like I sort of said before, you know, I was kind of worried that my intended parents like didn't want the milk, and then I was like, oh my god, like I have all this milk, like what am I gonna do with it? And then I was like, you know, I think I could donate it to this bank and it would be fine. So that was sort of like taken care of with that. But as for like, you know, missing the baby or anything, like there's none of that, because she wasn't mine, so I don't like have that like connection. Where I feel like the only type of like missing thing that I'm having or like would have is like, because I don't even feel like I'm really having this, but it's like missing being pregnant. And I do, my son just like interrupted me, so I have no idea what I was talking about, but I feel like the only thing that I have like an attachment with or whatever is like I miss being pregnant. Okay. This is the second time that I have to redo this because I've been interrupted. Okay. I feel like the only thing that I'm like missing is I miss being pregnant, because I really like being pregnant, and you know that was one of the main reasons why I wanted to become a surrogate, was because I liked being pregnant and I liked helping people, and I thought, you know, why not just sort of do that. And anyways, I have a whole video on that and I'll link it up above. If you haven't seen it, you should definitely go see it because it's more in depth than what I'm going to talk about now. Yeah. So, like, I feel like it's kind of the next steps in this sort of surrogacy, like, journey thing, and, like, what I'm going to be doing, like, with the rest of my videos is, like, I really want to keep doing YouTube. That's, like, a big goal of mine this year, is to, like, keep doing YouTube and kind of, like, what my future stuff is. And I definitely want to keep like reviewing products for you guys, and like spreading the word about exclusively pumping and surrogacy. I do have like a lot of surrogate videos that I want to put out soon, share with you guys, which I think would be a lot of fun. But I do have like a lot that I want to try and do this year because yeah, I recently just bought a van, which I never thought that I would be like a van person. Okay, this is like really bothering me. There. I never thought that I was going to be like a van person, but I absolutely love my van. It's a Dodge Caravan, and it has so much room. So much room. Like, you can bring all your stuff. It doesn't feel like you're riding in a van. And of course my camera stopped. Why? And I don't know where it stopped, but like, I love my van. It's awesome. If you're a parent and you don't have a van because you're like, oh, I didn't want to be a van mom. I don't know why you're British, but you are. You should try it. Like, at least test drive one and put a car seat in it, because it's so easy to get the car seats in and out. The kids can literally get into the car with one door. Like, you don't have to open both of the doors. And if you have like the special one, they literally just have to like the little handle and the door just like automatically opens for them. It's awesome. And the third row is so nice. Like, we can have 3 extra people come with us, you know, on a trip or whatever. We can bring so much stuff. Like, the stroller fits in the back, all of your groceries fit in the back. Like, it's absolutely perfect. And like, side note, which I thought like I totally didn't know this. I don't know if this is like a different thing from like state to state or whatever, but in New Hampshire, like, having a van is actually cheaper on our car insurance. And it's like, what? That's awesome. Like, the SUV was more expensive on our insurance because it technically like wasn't a passenger vehicle or something. It was kind of like, I don't know, maybe recreational or something. Don't quote me on any of that. But I was like, that's awesome. Like, how is, yes. So look into getting a van, and your husband will love you for it, because just make him drive it. Like, my husband actually was like, you need to get a van. And I was the one who was kind of like, I don't want a van. They're unattractive. Like, I'm going to look like a soccer mom and wear those like fat jeans and just be like hideous. And that's not happening. Nope. Oh, I remember. So one of my LAVIE warming, actually, let me go get it. I'm like not enjoying this sweater. Okay, so one of my LAVIE lactation warming pads, I feel like I always say that wrong. I think it's the LAVIE lactation warming pad. No, I think that's right. One of these, I can't remember which one right now because they've just been charged, but actually, no, I haven't marked it, which I should mark. But one of these, let me just get to the point. One of these actually doesn't really work correctly. It like stops warming and like vibrating. I don't know. It just like doesn't work right. So I contacted LAVIE, and as you guys know, I am an affiliate with them, and I have an affiliate code, which I will link on the screen. I'm not going to talk too much about it. Anyways, I emailed them, and they did some like troubleshooting with me, and it didn't really fix it. And then they were just like, you know what, we'll just send you just one of them for free, and just send back the one that doesn't work so that we can you know, troubleshoot it at the factory and like see what's actually wrong, because these are like brand new, so they wanted to sort of see, you know, what's wrong, since this is like their first launch, kind of like the beta launch or whatever. So I thought that was super awesome, and they got back to me like really fast. Like, I absolutely am just in awe with this company. Like, I can't even believe it. Like, because I feel like sometimes you'll like email companies or even call them with questions, and they just like never get back to you, or if they do, it's like days, where I feel like this was the next day. If anything, it was like a couple hours later, and I just didn't see it because I like emailed them late at night and, you know, like went to bed or something. So I'm like so impressed with their customer service and products. Like, these are awesome. It does, the one that's not working like does still work. It just doesn't last very long, and like I can't really use it for that long on the warming thing. So I am still using them because I am waiting for it to come in the mail. But by the time you guys see this video, like, it'll already be here, and I'll ship this one back to them. And they also said that it will come with like a pre-packing slip label thing, like a pre something. I can't think today, but yeah. So that's really cool, and I'm like so excited to be working with another company, and a couple of other companies have kind of reached out to me as well, just about like their products and like how I feel and stuff. And it's really nice. Like, I'm really enjoying like doing YouTube and working with other companies, and I'm hoping that this can sort of like become a career for me. Like, I really want that to be a goal, because I feel like this is a really great way to kind of like put stuff out there, where before, you know, just posting about stuff to like read isn't quite as entertaining as actually watching somebody talk about it. And I know, like, I follow a lot of YouTubers, like makeup and like a couple of mom pages. I'm pretty like finicky about who I follow. Like, I don't follow too many people just because sometimes it's like too much overload of just like social media. But I do follow a couple of people on YouTube, and I really do appreciate all of you guys who have reached out and they've said, you know, like, I've watched you from like your first video, and it's really cool to like hear people say that. And some of them I know and some of them I don't know, so it definitely like means a lot. But anyways, you know, we're not gonna get all mushy. As for, I feel like I may have like answered this question already, but I just wanted to put it in here because I feel like a lot of people still ask me like if I'm gonna do surrogacy again. And right now, no. Like, I want to give my body like at least a year of just no pregnancy, and I obviously am like pumping and stuff, so I really want to do that. And I can't like be a surrogate while I'm pumping or nursing, you know, breastfeeding, whatever. But pretty much the same thing, but you know what I mean. So next year, you know, I have no idea what that's gonna bring, but I highly doubt that I'll really like be doing it anytime soon. But you never know, like things may come into the realm. And, oh, that's what I was gonna talk to you guys about. Game of Thrones. Yes. Okay, so I'm a new fan, I guess. Me and my husband are new fans. I don't know if we call ourselves fans because we've only watched the first season and we're still sort of like, I mean, it was explicit, guys. That first season, man. I was like, whoa, this is like a XXX rated R show. Ooh. But the story, besides those parts that were like this, ugh, okay. I'm gonna stop freaking out. It was good. It was like Lord of the Rings, and I really like Lord of the Rings. I really like Harry Potter, like all that type of stuff. My husband is a little bit more on the fence, I think, than I am. Like, I definitely want to see the second season, and he does too, but we're kind of like still like, I don't know, like, is it gonna be like the first season with all the scenes and the nudity? Like, I don't want to get demonetized, but yeah, so I really want to keep watching it. And I really liked, I mean, I love the idea of like the dragons and like, you know, like Khaleesi had the little dragon on her shoulder and we were all like, ooh. So that was kind of cool. And I really honestly started watching it now because it's pretty much like over. And so now I don't have to like wait for other seasons like all you guys had to, who are fans. Okay. Anyways, but it's pretty good. Like, I don't know. I'm not as in love with it as I am with Lost. Now, I am a massive Lost fan. Like, I watched that show like the first day, like the pilot, like the first day that it was on TV. Like, watched the whole show, like the whole thing, when it was on TV. And then when it finally came out on DVD, I bought all the DVDs, and I still have all the DVDs. I can see them right, they're right over here. And I love that show. I love J.J. Abrams, the writer, and I think he also directed it too, of Lost. I think that show is incredibly complicated, but the storyline is incredibly rich. The characters are very relatable, and I just love how it's like, it has a mixture of like spiritual religion and kind of like, magical, creepy, like horror, I don't even, thriller. It literally has everything, and I love it. And my favorite part is that it doesn't have those explicit like nudity scenes that are kind of like getting the audience to watch. Like, I really feel like it has that rich story that makes the audience want to keep watching it, if that makes sense. Not to say that Game of Thrones is bad, but just that first season, man, like, so that's kind of like my comparison, is I'm comparing it to my favorite show, which is Lost, and I still think Lost is much better so far. And I've only watched season 1. I need to get season 2. If you haven't like I was just in Target looking for it. That was a while ago actually, but I need to get season 2 anyways. So I'm in the realm of looking for that. So we'll see. By the time you guys see this video, I'll probably have already gotten it, but we'll see. I don't really know. It was kind of expensive. It was like $35 for like 4 DVDs. But it's probably because it's really popular, but I don't know. Like when I bought the Lost DVDs, I don't think they were that expensive. I'm gonna stop like rambling, and I hope that you guys like these types of videos. My pump alarm is going off, so this is perfect. I hope you guys like these types of videos. If there's something that you guys want me to do, like please comment below, and make sure you're following me on Instagram. Like we are so close to 100 subscribers, so I am going to be doing a giveaway soon. So make sure you're subscribed, because you're going to have to be subscribed if you want to win. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next.